Good morning, class. Today we are going to begin with the third part of lesson number 18, the environment and us. Now, to begin with, speak your mind and discuss. How much stock of necessary things should we keep with us? How much stock? Discuss with respect to each other that each of the following, that water, food and clothes. Water, food and clothes. Children, we should store at least for a limited period, that is for almost 1 month. Like if a person has the capability of storing it for 1 or 2 years also, they will store. But what will happen? The other needy people will not get it. So we should store only a limited stock. We can get it again. Now everything is available. Now even in this lockdown period, everything is available. Online food is ordered, online clothes, online, everything is ordered and we get it immediately. So stock how much we need. Moving further, global efforts for protection of the environment. This is, we are talking about the whole globe. Now how they are taking efforts to protect the environment. Now several projects are being implemented at the international level to maintain the balance in the nature. It is important to raise the awareness of people all over the world about the threat to the environmental balance. Many countries of the world are enacting laws that will help to prevent the pollution of air, water and soil. Now, all over the globe, the whole world is taking efforts. They are putting in the efforts to what? To preserve our environment, to conserve our environment. Many rules are being implemented, means they are taken into practice. How? It is important to raise the awareness. Awareness means the people should come to know the importance of the environment. If we don't take care of the environment, it will become dangerous to us. It will become a threat. Now, if we see positively, this lockdown has become has been a great help in conserving our environment. The rivers have become clean by itself. Nature has cleaned it. Whereas crores of rupees would have been spent to clean Ganga river. So these all things you can see from far away, you can see the Himalayas. Now this is all possible because there is less of pollution. The pollution has become less, air pollution has become less. So that is the reason we are able to preserve and conserve our environment. So nature has done this. We are not doing all those things. We can't do. This is also because of the corona, COVID. Like if we take things positively, take it in the other way, so it has also helped us to protect our environment. Efforts to maintain biodiversity. Now, biodiversity parks, an area which is reserved for the purpose of protecting and conserving the biodiversity of a region, is called biodiversity park. In these parks, biodiversity is both preserved and studied. It is not only preserved, it is also studied. The scientists are searching, they are researching on that, they are studying on that. People visiting such a park enjoy being close to nature. This leads to more concern for nature. You all have enjoyed going to zoo, natural parks. So these all things are biodiversity parks where you can meet nature, you can see wild animals. You can go and see them quite closely. Now, national parks. Some areas which are important for the protection and conservation of wildlife are reserved for them. For example, the Kaziranga National Park, the Tadoba National Park. Now, these are the names of national parks. This can be asked for your exam. Name 2 national parks. So, Kaziranga National Park and Tadoba National Parks. They are example of what? They are example of national parks. Have you been to Borivali National Park, Sanjay Gandhi National Park? Same way, no? Nature is there, wildlife is there. Now sanctuaries. Now what is sanctuaries? Certain forest areas that are reserved for the protection and conservation for a particular animal or a plant. Now here all commonly wildlife is there, nature is there, but here in sanctuaries there is a particular animal or plant is taken more care. So such a reserved area is called a sanctuary. For example, the Radhanagari sanctuary for bisons. Now what is the particular animal there? The bisons. Okay, so which sanctuary is that? Radhanagari. Please be very careful while reading this lesson. There are many objectives in this. Which sanctuary is famous for bisons? It is the Radhanagari sanctuary. Okay. If the plants on the earth are destroyed, the number of animals also fall. That is why it is necessary to protect the plants. If the forest is not there, deforestation is going on. So, but obviously the animals staying there, they will become shelterless. When they become shelterless, so what will happen? They will roam here and there for shelter. If deforestation is stopped and instead tree plantation is stepped up, animals that depend on plants will get more protection and thrive. They will stay there. They can stay there with more protection. Why? Because we are planting more and more trees. We are not cutting down the trees. We are planting more and more trees. So this should be done. Moving further, coming here, it is, you can see this beautiful animals along with the nature. They look so beautiful. I'll show you. Now you all can see it better. Yes. The Mayani lake has formed due to a dam. Which lake? Mayani lake. Formed due to what? A dam built on the Chand river in Satara district. Where it is built? Satara district. Built on which dam? Which river? It is the Chand river. And built due to what? Due to a dam. See, so many questions can be made from this one sentence. The flamingos from Siberia region in the northern Asia migrate to this lake. Where do these flamingos migrate to? To the Mayani lake. Where is Mayani lake? It is in Satara district. Built on which river? Chand river. Formed due to what? Due to a dam. Which birds come there? Flamingos come there. Here they build their nest and lay eggs. Why do they migrate here? Migrate here means moving from one place to another. Maybe for some limited time or temporarily or permanently. Migrating is moving from one place to another. For food, for shelter. Nowadays people migrate from many of the cities. They come to Bombay. They come from different states. They come to Mumbai. For what? For job, for earning money, to become something. Once the baby birds grow big enough, they return with them to Siberia. Once they come and they lay eggs. When their eggs hatch, the babies grow. When they grow big enough that they can fly a very big journey, they can fly to a distant area, they return with them to where? To Siberia. In the recent past, as the water levels in the dam had fallen, the flamingos had stopped coming here. However, the lake has now been declared as the sanctuary for birds. They became less. They were not coming frequently. Less birds were coming. Why? Because the water level in that dam had fallen. This made flamingos stop coming to this lake. You can see flamingos. These are flamingos. Flamingos and their nest where they lay eggs. The biggest Maldok, that is the great Indian bustard. The great Indian bustard is a sanctuary in Asia. It is at Nanaj. Where? At Nanaj. Where is Nanaj? In Solapur district. So the biggest Maldok, Maldok is the name of that animal. It is this Great Indian Bustard. It is male. It looks like this, Great Indian Bustard, and in the normal language it is called Maldok. Where it is situated, this sanctuary is situated in Nanaj. Where is Nanaj? In Sholapur district. These huge weighty birds means they are big enough and their weight also is more. They weigh their weight is, they are heavy birds, they are weighty birds, their weight is quite big enough, are famous for their grateful gait, the way of walking. They walk so gracefully. These birds live in open grasslands. Where do they live? In open grasslands. They feed on the insects, thus giving protection to the crops in the fields. They are farmers' friends. You know somebody else also, no? Some other farmers' friends, the earthworms, right? Now, in the same way, the Great Indian Bustards also feed on the insects. Now, when they feed on insects, what are they actually doing? They are eating all the insects which were actually supposed to spoil the crops. The less number of insects, the less damage on the crops. In this way, they become the friend of the farmers. Understood, children? As they are hunted for their meat and their eggs, their number is fast dwindling. Maharashtra state has declared the Nanaj area a sanctuary for Great Indian Bustards. Deer are also found in these grasslands. Maharashtra government has declared what? The Nanaj sanctuary as the sanctuary for Great Indian Bustards, where we can also find deers. Why are they hunted? Why are these Great Indian Bustards hunted? For their meat and for their eggs. That is why when their number is fast dwindling, it is becoming lesser and lesser day by day. Understood, children? The female bustard and the deer. You can see the pics of the female bustard and the deer. They stay together at Nanaj sanctuary. Okay. About 50 kilometers from Pune, on the Pune-Ahmedabad highway, the village of Morachi Chincholi is famous for its peacock population. For what is it famous? For its peacock population. Morachi Chincholi. From the name itself, you can remember Morachi, more, na? Peacock population. The old, well looked after the tamarind trees here have created a favorable environment for the birds. The peafowl have found sanctuary in this village. The peafowl, it is the peafowl, the peacock, no? Peacock and the peafowl. The old, well looked after the tamarind trees, imli trees. They have created a favorable environment for the birds. The peafowl have found sanctuary in this village. Okay, children, we will stop here. We will in the next lecture, I'll complete the lesson. Till the time, read the lesson properly, try to understand and learn the difficult words. Thank you.